Today's 384 day that I'm here to share lessons I learn. I'm learning. I hope lessons to support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today I want to speak about a very important topic. Why people live. Today I want to really ask a question. What are you willing to die for? This is a very important question to answer. I truly believe that life begins when you understand what you're willing to die for. People are afraid of multiple things. They're afraid of dying. They're afraid of living. They're afraid of one thing, another, third thing, fifth. So many things that you're afraid of. But when you answer the question, what are you willing to die for? All the fears starts to dwindle, disappear. And you start to live much more courageous life. And there is, of course, positive things to die for, and there's negative things to die for. But at the same time, we really need to ask our question. And when was the last time you really thought about dying? When was the last time you thought about living? Because there's a saying that sometimes people die at 25, but they get buried at 75 because they keep repeating the same life year after year and live the same life for 50 years. Because they are working one job and do the same repeat the same year. And I don't like that. I don't want that. And that's why the last 12 years I lived in 9 different cities. And I want to explore. I want to move forward. I don't want to leave footprints in the sand. I really want to leave footprints in the sand. And I always exploring, doing things. And I realized that a lot of times I used to be afraid of a lot of things. And I'm still afraid of multiple things. I'm not any different than anyone else. I have a lot of mental strength. That's what I'm good at. Of course, a lot of things that I'm not good at. But mental strength is one of the things that I'm good at. And I'm able to persevere during tough days because I know what is more important for me, what is most important for me. And I'm willing to die for the things that I believe in. I believe in consistency and compound effect, and I'm willing to do every single day those lessons. That's what I'm doing for 684 days in a row because I truly believe it. I am living it. And I know that over the decade, I will be able to achieve multiple great things that people will be able to look back and see this guy was doing what he was believing in. And that's why what you believe in is so hard that you're able to work, put effort, and even die for it. Because putting effort is already showing that you believe into something. Because I believe in putting effort to change myself, that I could change others. Because by changing myself, this is the best way to change others. Because only when you really want to change, you're not supposed to tell people what you need to do, but really doing things. And that's what they believe in. And today I will share 6 other things that really I have seen that people died in the past, and people are really working towards that really changes people's lives. So number 1 is freedom and independence. That is a belief that I truly believe that every single person needs to have freedom to choice, independence, and that every single person has a freedom to choose. Of course, most important part is that freedom to choose when it doesn't influence other people. Because people sometimes even takes away too much freedom. There is such a thing as well, because there is human rights and every single person deserves those human rights. But at the same time, we need to understand that freedom and independence comes with some boundaries. Not able to have unboundaried things. Every single most beautiful game in life have boundaries. Even basketball, soccer, any kind, they have boundaries, because only when you have boundaries you understand what is good, what is bad, what is outside of rules, what is in rules. So rules are okay and boundaries are okay, but at the same time we need to have those freedoms. And I already mentioned, but second is human rights and justice. Every single person needs to have the human rights, and really working very hard and die for human rights is a good way to do this. So that means that if someone is doing something not all right, you need to stand up and say that this is not all right. This is not justice. This is not fair. This is something that is not working. Of course, we understand that life is not fair. There's a lot of disappointments, adversities, challenges that one person has better, some other person has more luck. And fairness is not the word that probably everyone is supposed to use, but justice and human rights, freedom and independence, as those words that you're able to really work very hard and dedicate your life for. Number 3 is personal values. This is another thing that you are willing to die for. For example, personal values is family. So that means there's a lot of family members that you are able to jump, and if there's bullet coming, you're able to really die for your family members because you love them, you care about them, that there's nothing stopping to really protect your family. And that's showing what your personal values are, what you stand for, what you dedicate your life for. And this is very powerful. Number 4 is altruism and heroism. Now, number 3 was personalities, like for family, really representing your family and fighting and protecting family. Some people are heroes, that they are showing up when opportunity pops up. Some people are just regular people, but when opportunity shows up, they become heroes. They go through stuff to make things happen. There's a lot of, I truly believe that every single person has that hero inside of us. Every single person has that. The only thing is that not everyone chooses to take that hero and say that, get out of me, and show that hero inside. Because some people just close that hero inside, put in jail that hero, and never let him go. Because that's why I truly believe that so many people who achieve multiple great things like success and attract multiple great things in life, because they allow their hero to come out. They allow the hero to really show how everything is done. Because if you put your hero in jail, a lot of times life could be difficult. So really work very hard to release your hero. And everyone's hero is different, but at the same time, we need to understand that every single person has that hero. And sometimes we need to work very hard to really destroy all the walls to be able to release it. Number 5 is scientific discoveries. There's a lot of people who have lost their lives because of scientific discoveries. Because maybe it was not allowed to speak about it. Maybe they tried something with discoveries, and those technology they tried was unhealthy and they died for it. And that is very powerful. People died for discoveries that now we're able to use. We have laptops, we have phones, and we have so many discoveries that people were willing to try new things and fail, and sometimes even really lose lives for it. And I think that every single person needs to appreciate how much other people did for innovation, how much they sacrificed. Some people failed. There's a lot of people who succeeded and really succeeded in with discoveries, but a lot of people tried a lot of things and nothing worked, but they were stepping stones towards some other people who finally were able to find out what to do to make things better. And the last one, 6, is philanthropy. I think that's the most that I always wanted, because I really believe in adding value to people. I really believe in showing example. But the biggest belief for me is that, as I mentioned, that if you want to help kids to grow, you don't focus on kids, you focus on your parents. Because when parents are doing their best to improve, get better, fight for their growth, kids will be able to see that. They will be inspired by their fathers, by the mothers, by their parents, and they will want to be the same way as their parents, and they will grow, improve. And that's how really I think that's the best way to improve people is from father or mother power. Because every single person, it doesn't matter how old you potentially you could have a father power, mother power, because father or mother power is a person who is a little bit more wise than you are. Because that's how I see the father power. Father power is a person who is able to give you advice that you believe in, that you trust. And every single person could be a father figure, even though that you don't have kids, you're able to be a father figure. Because I know that I have a lot of father figures in my life, sometimes even books and writers that are amazing writers, Og Mandino, John C. Maxwell, and there's a lot of great speakers that I never met before, but they already, for me, is as father figures, and I know that I learned a lot from them. And philanthropy is one of the things that people are willing to dedicate their life for and die for it. And I think that this is very, very powerful. As I said, that what are you willing to dedicate your life for? Maybe you want to be the best father ever. That is a great dedication. But you're able to consider. But the most important part is that really we need to think about what is that trigger, what that makes you tick, what that thing that you're able to do day after day after day after day, and not complain about it. because I love reading books. I love getting nuggets. And when I go and listen to a seminar, I listen to a great speaker, I listen to Jim Rohn and all the speakers, and when I hear an amazing lesson that I could potentially share, I have a goosebumps going from my body because I know that this I learned something today. I improved. I get better. Personal growth is my addiction. This is who I am, and I learned it. And I used to think that that's not that every single person is like this, but I know that is not every single person. And if you are like me, who love getting knowledge, getting wisdom, looking for nuggets and ways to learn, that is awesome. But if you're not, find what takes you, what makes you really goosebumps when you hear something, when you listen, when you do something. What are those things that makes your body tick? Really makes you in the morning think about, if I could do that one thing today, today could be awesome. And there's a lot of things that I could imagine and visualize doing that really makes me smile. So what are your things that makes you smile? Maybe even you willing to die for it. Because today's lesson, as I said, the most important that when you're willing to die for something, then you start living. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.